Alright, welcome back to Asgard. This is episode 3 of our Pixelmon modded Minecraft Let's Play. If you recall last episode, we kind of went about, did a little bit of exploring, and also we learned how to make our own Pokeballs. This episode I am going to show you one thing. If you recall in the first episode, I was trying to get that Pidgey from that woman, and it's not letting me summon right now. Sometimes it does that. There we go. Anyway, I got that Pidgey from that woman, and it starts as a Pidgeot from level 1, which is kind of strange. But anyway, you can actually right-click on it and fly around. So it definitely helps getting around a bit. And if you notice, I did do quite a bit of work on the base. I mean, it's not decorated or anything, but the structure's there for the deck area. So now you will notice when you're flying in third person, it's not exactly correct. Doesn't really make any sense, but in first person, it is actually kind of nice when you're flying around. Anyway, this episode, if you recall last episode, I said I was going to try to get the stuff together to make the healing machine to have on hand, and that is what we're going to do, as well as make something else that is invaluable to your exploration. Also, I did get the Pokedex. Just a nice handy thing to have. You can actually bring it up from one of the menus here, but it's a lot easier to just have it on hand. Anyhow, so the first thing we're going to make today is, like I said, the healer. What you're going to need to do is you're going to need to get some aluminum. And the way you do that is you actually have to go find bauxite ore, which is generally found, I mined around Y level 46-ish or so is where I found it. You can find it all the way down to, I believe, 28. So you don't want to go all the way down when you're mining for it, but kind of in, that mid-range for mining. So, and once you get that, you're actually just going to do the same thing you did with the Pokeballs. You're going to throw it on here, and if you notice, it actually throws it on the opposite side of the anvil. And you're going to smash it down. It does take a second, which I already prepped the stuff we're going to need. So, but you're going to prep it to there, and then of course you get your aluminum plates from that. And then what you're going to do is you're going to get 4 of those. You're going to put them like that. Then you're going to get iron, put it like that, and then a diamond in the middle. That'll get you your healer. So now we can actually just heal our Pokemon from our home. So very, very nice to have. It definitely makes things quite a bit easier, so you don't have to go all the way to a Poke Center every time that you need to heal your Pokemon. And by the way, this is going to be like the big, kind of like a grand hall type thing. Still very much a work in progress, but I just kind of threw it there to have an idea of where the deck's going to end and whatnot. And I figure this is probably going to wrap around. There's going to be a pathway here. And then right out here is going to be like our berry farms and stuff, because I kind of want them outside. And then this side is going to go down to like a docks area in that marshy section there. And that's where we can do quite a bit of fishing and stuff, which we'll get into that later, as well as quite a few items that we'll be using. We're actually going to make a really nice item today, which we're actually going to make right now. So what you're going to do is, first off, you're going to need 4 leather. You're going to need to make yourself some just standard leather boots. Then you're going to put feathers down here, the leather boots there, and then iron down the sides, and you can actually make yourself the old running boots. Now you can actually upgrade these if you put them in there, and if I remember correctly, it's iron on the top, diamond on these 2 slots, and then feathers here, and you'll get the new running boots. However, if you run 3,000 blocks with them, they'll revert back to the old running shoes. So if you notice, these are 50% speed. The new ones are 75%. but like I said, they do revert pretty quickly. So if you notice the speed we're moving at right now, then we throw on the boots and we move a bit faster. It's not a huge difference. It's not like, you know, some of the stuff you'd get in some of the other modded packs. Like if you were to get Boots of Blinding Speed from Elder Scrolls. I can't think of the name of them now off the top of my head, but the Traveler's Boots from Thaumcraft. Can't think of the name off the top of my head. Boots of Travel or something. Or the Sojourner Sash from Britannia, or, you know, something of that, something like that, or any of the Draconic Evolution stuff. It's not quite as fast as that, but it does help you get around quite a bit. And then you combo that with the ability to fly, and you've actually got some pretty good movement speed, so it definitely helps out. And then next up, I am going to show you, I did evolve quite a few of my Pokemon. I've been working on them. Of course, I got my Charmander to a Charmeleon, and he is going nuts over there. Oh. I evolved and got a Staravia, and I actually caught a Magikarp, and it took a little while, but I now have a Gyarados. So let me to give you an idea on the sheer size, let's just chuck him down there, and there you go. He's quite massive. Actually, the first time I evolved him right in here, and if you've never seen the Magikarp out of water, like they're swimming around out there and everything, but if you ever see them out of water, they're just laying on the ground like a dead fish, and they'll just kind of follow you around. But when mine evolved, of course, it evolved right in here, because I actually popped a rare candy for the last level just to finish it up. I was tired of grinding it because I got it as a level 7, and the Magikarp, anyway, he took off running down these steps and then like got stuck right here as he was evolving, so he became like massive and like stuck in this this little walkway here. So also for the next episode, I am going to set up a room hopefully to summon bosses. Bosses, they don't display a level when you come across them, but when you go to fight them, their level is kind of based on your Pokemon's level across your party, and they're really tough, but you get good drops and stuff out of them. So hopefully next episode we're going to be doing some bosses, but I didn't get a room set up, and they like to wander around, and you know, it's kind of a pain. And I also got a Phanpy, which I plan to hopefully get leveled up quite a bit between this episode and next. So, and I did actually find some diamonds. Of course, I used 1 on the boots, and then I found 3. I found 4 total. So, and I did look at the shards. It does take 9 of the shards to make a leaf stone, thunderstone, etc. So, just be aware of that. If you notice, we're actually running really fast all of a sudden. Yeah, so it looks like the speed boots just now like took full effect. So, so we will take a, actually, I'm hoping next episode to get the stuff together to actually make one of these computers for our base. So, I will show you the recipe for that. But I did catch quite a few other Pokemon here. If you notice, I'm thinking about taking that Slowpoke actually and leveling it, and I did capture an extra Charmander. However, it is a male, sadly, so we're not going to be able to breed them for better ones. So, next up, real quick, we are going to make like a standard anvil, because I did get the 30 levels that we need to put one of those enchants on our stuff. So we're actually going to make a diamond pick and enchant it with the what's it called? Yeah, the Nature's Gift 1. So we'll try to do something with that this episode. And whoops, there we go. And we're going to need quite a bit of iron. If you recall the standard... Oh, I actually don't have enough iron for that. Well, I will if I cook this up. So, we're going to cook this up real quick. And while that's going, I'll actually hop on the Pidgeot, which you do have to have an empty hand when you click it. Otherwise, it won't let you click it. So, the idea I have for my base, if you notice, there's this deck coming out, and of course I said it's going to wrap around to kind of like a berry and agriculture area, and then on the inside it's going to go up, and that, this is going to be like the house proper, and then right in here I'm kind of thinking of doing like some kind of a sculpture. It might take me a little while, but hopefully some kind of a sculpture, maybe a dragon head or something. I'm still kind of debating, so if anybody has any opinions, please let me know in the comments. But I'm thinking of something like a dragon head coming out the middle there with either water or lava, most likely water, just because it's more environment friendly than lava is, because otherwise our whole dock area will be possibly obsidian. But maybe have it pouring down and then wrapping down the mountain and around our dock. So we'll actually have that, like we'll kind of cross it as we enter or go over to our dock. So yeah, the speed boost just now took effect. So if you notice, the speed difference is quite a bit. It's like sprinting, maybe even a little bit faster all the time. And if I was to sprint, so we move quite a bit quicker. I'd say it's about on par with the Sojourner Sash, maybe a little bit faster actually. But anyway, so we've got our iron now, and I guess I didn't have enough fuel for those two. Oh no, I just ate. Okay, so let's make an anvil really quick, then we can apply that and we'll test it out. And if you recall, there was actually a quest for that. I don't know for sure. I've never actually done these quests because I believe they're unique to this server. So, but we're gonna throw our diamond pick in there and our okay. So 45 levels. Oh. Well, scratch that idea. It apparently requires 45 levels and not 30. So, hopefully next episode we'll get that done then, instead of this episode. Alright. Let's put this stuff up. And real quick, I'll show you what I've been doing down here in the mine, which I'll make a better mine once we kind of get the base a little bit more established and everything. And a mine that we can get down quicker in. So, dun. Anyway, this is going to be like a standard strip mine, which if you're not familiar with, in my opinion, is the best way to mine. But you just kind of do like a straight line through there, and then you'll come over. It kind of depends. You can come over just 2. I usually do 3. Come over 3 because generally, if you're going to find diamonds or something, they're going to stick out of one of these 2 sides if it's right there in the middle. So if it's a node worth getting, usually going across 3 works. Plus, you can put torches and actually make it look a bit nicer than 2. I hate using even numbers for a lot of different stuff, so I try to avoid that. So, but yeah, and there was one other thing, if I recall. Let's see. I'm kind of wondering. Jobs, maze. There's actually a safari zone, so we're gonna try doing that one episode. It'll probably be the whole episode, probably here in just a couple episodes. Actually, I know we can't take any inventory in there when we go, but I'm hoping. Actually, we might do that next episode. We might do the level 150. What the hell? Hundreds max, so I don't know about that. Anyway, maybe next episode we might try and challenge our very first gym. So, get on the road to the Elite Four, because this server does have gym battles and the Elite Four and stuff. And if you win, you'll get a badge, and you can actually... You can keep the badges, of course, but then you can also, oops, wrong one. You can actually come in here to the badge shop and sell the badges. So, for example, the rock badge would be the boulder badge. You can sell it for 50 server dollars. So, that is an option for making a little bit of money. But ideally, we're going to hold on to the badges and try to challenge the Elite Four on our own. So, but yeah, and there's actually, right down here, if you happen to get on the server, there's a lot in the hub, and it's actually very well designed. I'm still making my way through here and kind of exploring as I go, but there is a rated arena system where you can battle, and you do get ranked based on, you know, your win and loss. So you get titles, perks, rewards, and a special shop too for your battling. So, and there's this badge trader here. That's the guy that buys the badges. I can't remember. I found last night. I found the guy that. It's not him, I guess. Okay. Well, anyway, I found this. There's a special shop. I swore it was like right in here. Well, anyway, but yeah, there is a special shop that you can access when you get your rank up and whatnot. So, but anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Like I said, maybe next episode we might do the first gym, because I think our Pokemon will be ready for it, and hopefully that'll go well. For the record, I did decide to shorten these episodes because I felt like last episode there was just too much running around and exploring, and I think we can cover it usually in about 20 minutes. However, if we're doing like the gyms or something like that, they might be a bit longer, like 30 minutes or something. So we'll just kind of play it by ear. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you've enjoyed it, please comment, like, subscribe, share. Definitely leave me any feedback, opinions, the things you would like to see. It's very much appreciated, and I will be sure to read over those. And I guess the server just went down for a restart, maybe. Well, anyway, but yeah, I'll definitely be sure to read through those. Okay, yeah, it's servers restarting, and you've seen the hub in the very first episode. So, but and if you haven't checked out my Revolution series, do check that out. It's actually very much on track now, I feel like, and it's going good. Also, if you want to, which I know it's definitely full of spoilers if you haven't played the game and you hope to, but there is a Dark Souls 3 Let's Play. It is a blind playthrough, so I can't say that I'm getting everything along the way, but I do believe I'm pretty close to finishing that up. And if you have any opinions on a series that you would like to see, because I am planning on doing something after Dark Souls, I just haven't really decided on anything for sure yet. But do let me know on that too. And then yeah, so until next episode, do take care, and I will see you then.